Welcome back to Medrash Umaisa, sharing a story for this week's Parsha, which in Eretz Yisrael is Parshas Shelach, and will be Parshas Shelach next week in Chutz La'aretz. Rav Dovid Mordechai of Tolna had to leave Russia because of persecution and came to New York in the early 1900s. He arrived with his young son Yochanan around 1912. A while after they arrived, they were walking through New York and they encountered a new form of entertainment that was put up, a Ferris wheel. A huge wheel that people could go on and it would turn around and raise you up very high and take you down again. People were standing around looking at it, but nobody was really buying tickets. They were too apprehensive, possibly with good reason. Rav Dovid Mordechai told his young son Yochanan, he says, "Come Yochanan, let's ride on this and we'll show them that Jews aren't afraid of anything." And he walked over to the man who was running the ride and he asked for 2 tickets, please. The man said, "It's not worth it for me to start it up just for 2 tickets. Rav Dovid Mordechai, who at that time was a man of means, said, "Fine, how much does it cost to pay for all the tickets? Start it up." So the two of them got into one of the chairs and it went up. And it was a new experience being that high. The man who ran it, possibly just because he felt like it or maybe out of anti-Semitism, did some tricks with it, stopping it in the middle, turning it the other direction. Rabbi Yochanan said that his father was laughing the entire time. When they came down, he said, "You see, Yochanan, a Jew shouldn't fear anything but HaKadosh Baruch Hu." So his son asked him, "Father, I have to ask you a question. You told me that before you left Russia, you went to get advice from Rabbi Yisrael of Chertkov, who was living in Vienna. And when you arrived at his house, the Gabbai said the Rebbe is about to go out in his carriage. You can join him there and ask your question. And you told me that when you entered the carriage of the Chertkov Rebbe, you were so petrified with fear, you weren't able to utter a single word. And the Rebbe told you that whatever you choose would be good. So you were afraid." Dovid Mordechai smiled and told his son Yochanan, "What are you talking about?" He said, "This is just a big wheel. The Chertkov Rebbe, he said, is the Eish Halein. He said he was the fire itself. That's what a Jew fears." In this week's Parsha, fear was a major theme in the Chet of the Meraglim. And Yoshua and Kalev tried to tell the people, "V'atem al tiru asam ha'aretz," not to fear the inhabitants of the land. Jews are people of fear. We are called Yirei Shamayim, those who fear Hashem, who fear heaven, and those great ones on this earth who have internalized his Torah to the extent that they are his representatives and bring his Kedusha into the world. But in other things, we're meant to be fearless. Wishing everyone a wonderful Shabbos.